Hey everyone, it's week 12 and welcome to another Project Life process video. I'm just going to jump right into the process this time, and I'm using a frame from the Currently collection, but I probably didn't need to tell you that at this point because I've been using these in most of my layouts lately, and I just have a couple more frames to use, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm just going to add the same Hero Arts label and date stamp that I do every week. That's Kelly Perky's basic style, and I'm just gonna glue that down and staple it with my tiny attacher, and that is all of my intro photo. My photos this week were not super exciting, but I really like the way this layout came together, so it's kind of a fun one to watch, for me at least. And next I'm going to take this pattern paper and do my stamping on vellum so that you can see the pattern through the vellum. It is an old basic gray paper, and I really have no idea what collection it's from, but it must be still available somewhere because I didn't get it that long ago. And then I used this hybrid ink to stamp onto the vellum, and that was a bad idea. I always use the distress ink, and this week it just smeared all over the place, so I actually had to redo it, but it looks exactly the same as how I ended up redoing it. So yeah, and then on this card I'm just stapling it, and then I'm adding 3 stickers that I layered. These are all from old Studio Calico sticker sheets, and you'll see the sticker sheet in just a second. But I think it said, there was 3 different little phrases on there. It said, "Oh snap, let's go," and "relax." And then here I'm taking some vellum, and I wanted to make that sort of a background for some alphabet stickers. So I'm writing cheat meal on here, and you just have to be really careful with these vellum stickers because they tear so easily. And so it's a little bit hard to maneuver with this, but I really like the way this card turned out. I was just trying to make the vellum actually smaller than the letters, so it's sort of a bar going in the background. So I'm just gonna stick that right in the middle, and then of course I tore one of the stickers en route, and I decided that it looked better a little bit offset. And I really do like how this turned out, so I'm definitely going to try this technique at some point in the future. And then I'm on to the other side. These are just some photos from a walk, so I've really had a pretty boring week this week. Once again, I had a test and just didn't have that much to photograph, but then I did take a bunch of pictures on my walk, and you know, sometimes it's good to just like appreciate the everyday stuff, I guess, and that's kind of what Project Life is really about in a way. So I just added another sticker from the Studio Calico sticker sheet, and then I added some Chamel puffy hearts, and I love those. The more I use them, the more I like them. And here, I've done this every time I have a new block in school. I'm on a block schedule, so this week I just finished my GI block, so I wanted to get a card in there, just making note of that. And it's not, I want it to be a little bit more bold, so I might go back and stamp with another, like a deeper color, but you can read it, so it's not a big deal. And then here I add another sticker that says "yes" a million times yes, just because it's my dog, not any particular reason. And then I used these Chamel buttons a ton in my album last year, but I'd kind of been using less embellishments lately. But I felt like the little ones were really subtle, and it would be a nice touch on this photo. And I'm writing silly with these basic gray alphabet letter stickers, but I don't totally like how this turned out because it didn't really stick out enough against the photo, so I did end up changing that later. The alphas are very cute though. In the right kind of place, they look really nice. And then here I have like an album cover of a song that I like that came out this week. So I've never done anything like this before, but I just am mounting that on some white paper and then adding that to a journaling card and then just doing a little bit of journaling about it underneath. Oh, but I guess I got distracted right there. I was thinking about adding some embellishments to that card, but the big embellishments just would have covered too much of it up. Just doing my journaling there. And then I decided that I really want to use this stamp set. I think it's called Making Magic, and it's from Kelly Purkey. And this is actually one of my favorite stamp sets. Every time I use this, I'm like, why don't I use this more? Because I love the way the little words turn out every time. And just, especially because it's a stamp set, you can make it any color you want. And it's kind of the same idea of like the Tim Holtz word stickers. Sometimes I use those as well, but this is a little bit, it's more limited in the words, but I do enjoy the bright colors. So here I just said, put together words that said love this, and I'm stapling that on, and I decide on the next photo I want to put one that just says magic, and I think it's so little that it really doesn't interfere with that much, and it is a really great accent as well, like I used on the album cover photo. And I think that's actually the last touch of my album or my layout this week, so we'll just see all of it together. And here's a look at the final thing as well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like, it's very everyday and kind of not super exciting pictures, but I like the way it really came together. So thanks so much for joining me for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for week 13.